Hey guys, it's Bart Johnson here. As you can probably tell, I am not in my normal studio that you're used to seeing on this channel. And unfortunately, there is a very sad reason behind that, and that's the video that I'm putting out today. Well, I'll just cut straight to it. A lot of you probably already know if you follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that, because I've been sharing stuff. But my studio burned down. So my studio is located in the basement of our house. We haven't even been in the house for 2 years yet. It's our first home that we purchased. But on Thanksgiving night, about 8 p.m., there was a fire in our house that originated in the furnace. Unfortunately, the furnace is in the basement where my studio is, where I keep all of my filmmaking equipment and all the stuff that I use to do this, hobby that I love so much and that we all do. And unfortunately, a lot of damage was done. So I know there's going to be a lot of questions, so I'm going to try and run through as much as I possibly can here to answer all those. So first off, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my goodness, a fire on Thanksgiving. He barbecued a turkey and burned the house down. No, it was the furnace. It appears that there was some electrical issue with the furnace. They're not able to figure out exactly what happened, but it was an older furnace. We keep it clean. We keep it serviced, all of that. It was just an accident, a fluke, and it caught on fire. While the flames were contained to the basement, unfortunately, because it is the furnace and the ventilation system, it pumped smoke and heat through all the floors of the house. And so there is damage to the entire house, and right now it is unlivable and will be unlivable for about the next probably 9 months to a year as it is being repaired and rebuilt. So right now I'm in the basement of my wife's parents' house. They've been gracious enough to take us in. We've been staying here with our 2 cats and 2 dogs. So we're quite a few people. Well, 2 people, 4 animals, but we're quite invasive house guests. But they've been very nice to have us here. But another question I'm sure you guys have is everybody safe? And the answer is yes, everybody is safe. That's really what matters. So my wife and I were actually 6 hours away. We were in the Outer Banks with family having Thanksgiving dinner. We had actually just finished Thanksgiving dinner. And the dogs were with us on that trip. So at the time of the fire, the only living things in the house itself in Maryland were our cats. And luckily we were able to notify the fire department that we did have the 2 cats in the house. They were able to find them. They were able to get them out. They went to the animal hospital overnight, got taken care of, but they're perfectly fine. They're actually somewhere down here. They've just been perfectly normal, back to themselves. No smoke inhalation, no physical harm, and emotional harm that they seem to actually be doing pretty good. They're very happy kitties. The fire started down in the basement, so there were no visible flames. It was nighttime. And so the way we found out about this is we have, I'm a smart home geek. I'm all about, technology and everything. And so we use the Nest system, not only for our thermostat, but for our smoke alarm, smoke detectors. And they have the Nest Protect system. And the Nest Protect system allowed me to be notified on my phone 350 miles away that there was smoke. I was then able to contact my neighbor next door, get him to confirm. He was in the house within 4 minutes of the first alarm going off. And then the fire department arrived within about 10 minutes after that. But there was still severe damage even though we responded so quickly. And the fire marshal said that if we hadn't detected that, been notified, and reacted so quickly, that we wouldn't have a house left at all. So that's really tough. But we are so thankful to Nest and all of that. I've reached out to them and told them how amazing this is. This isn't sponsored by them at all. But I do want to show you guys, this is one of our Nest Protects that did what it's supposed to, and protected our house and probably saved our cats' lives, because we were able to react so quickly. If it had gone until there were visible flames on the upper floors, and then a neighbor noticed maybe, and called the fire department, it would have been too late for a lot of things. This one we're going to be keeping and framing, just as a memory of what it did for us. We had 4 of these in the house, which is just, it's the best thing I've ever done. So I am putting links to that in the description down below, and I encourage everybody to pick up this system or a system similar to this, because a smoke alarm is great if you're home and you hear it, but this system had the added ability to notify me wherever I was, and saved, the structure of our home, and saved the lives of our cats. And so I recommend these as Christmas gifts for loved ones, for anything. I don't believe there's no service subscription or anything like that, like there is for the Nest cameras. It just works with your Wi-Fi and all that stuff, and I can't recommend these enough. So please get these or something similar to protect your family, your home, your relatives, all that kind of stuff. But with all that out of the way, I know a lot of you have been seeing photos and stuff that I've been posting on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook as the clear out has been going on. But real quick, right after the fire happened and we rushed home and got in there, the first video footage, when I was allowed to go in, I shot on my phone. So I'm going to share that with you guys now. Okay, so this is the basement. You can see all the soot. This door was closed and it kept the fire down here. But you can see everything down here is super destroyed. If we come down, stuff is melted. Lightsabers, melted lightsabers. My whole studio and everything, the heat and smoke and water. And this is where I think the fire started and was kind of contained. It was from this furnace, but this whole room is just a disaster. On the other side of the room, look, this is our internet box. The heat just melted it, and the lights have melted. We're gonna go through in here. There's my very first camcorder ever in there. There used to be an entire cabinet here full of stuff. It's gone. Everything's covered in soot and ash. This was an organizer cabinet for screws and hardware. It's just melted. All my batteries and everything just completely destroyed and melted. Covered in water. My camera, my main camera, my brand new lenses, the heat discoloration in the water, they're definitely destroyed. My nerd collection of Marvel stuff is all melted and destroyed and smashed and all over the ground. Just more stuff. This was my studio. They ripped the walls out because the fire was there. There's just gear and water, and this is like mush. It's not even carpet, it's just ash and soot and gunk and ceiling tiles, because everything burned. Look, this is charred, this is black. Here you can see the fire just burned through the ceiling. It was just raging up here. All this stuff is like charcoal. I just can't believe it. But I'm really expecting that pretty much everything down here is gone, either from fire, from heat, smoke, or from water. I just can't believe this. Look at the soot and everything all over this door. But directly next to this This door was closed the whole time. I keep it closed. And this is my office. And because it was closed, this room is completely untouched. It doesn't even smell of smoke. There's no damage. You can see the smoke tried to get in through the vent, but I keep this vent closed so I'm not pumping more heat into this room with all the computer gear. And because that vent and that door were closed, all of my drives, all of my computer equipment, everything is completely untouched. So as you can see, the damage is pretty severe. The heat, the actual fire damage, the smoke damage, and then the water and destruction from the fire department battling, the fire, is everything down there is pretty bad. It's okay. It's just stuff. We're working with our insurance company and some other companies who have been amazing and have been going through and pulling stuff out and categorizing it and inspecting stuff to see what might be salvageable, what needs to be replaced. A lot of the stuff that's been in Pelican cases, as we've been opening them up, actually look almost untouched and pristine, but we don't know how much heat they actually got. So all those electronics are going to be tested to make sure that they're still good before I can hopefully get them back. But there has been a ton of loss down there as well. Lots of stuff from years and years of collecting equipment, just gone, destroyed. Now the hope is that this will be replaced by insurance, but it's going to be a long process. There's a lot of stuff down there, and we have the whole rest of the house that we're doing this inventory and cataloging with everything as well. So it's going to be quite a bit. My office that you saw there was saved. In the sense that it looked pretty untouched because I had that vent and the doors closed, but you did see there was some smoke coming in from that top vent, which means all the stuff in there has been cleared out, has been taken, and is being evaluated by an electronics company to make sure, we don't know how much smoke was in that room, how much, because all the equipment was on, how much smoke got pulled into the computer and the hard drives and all that kind of stuff. So they are checking all of that out. No worries though, because I do use not a sponsor again, but I do use Backblaze. So even if that room had completely gone up in flames, all of my data is all backed up to the cloud every night. So even if I had lost all the physical hardware, my data would be saved. So, they always say that oh yeah, what are you going to do if your house burns down and your data? Well, guess what? It happened to me. And my data is safe. It sounds so cliche. The whole, it'll never happen to me. But yeah, it did. And luckily all my stuff, all these memories, all the stuff I've shot for fun and everything for this YouTube channel, is all safe. So data wise and memory wise and all that, we're good. So really the purpose of this video is just to get you guys updated, let you know what's going on with the channel. I know a lot of you, like I said, are followers on other platforms like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, and have been seeing the updates. But I wanted to let everybody know that this channel's not gone. I haven't disappeared, but we are in some tricky times right now, especially with me being homeless at the moment. Insurance is looking for houses for us to rent for that 9 months to up to a year period, while our house is being reconstructed and repaired. So hopefully we'll be into a place soon. Hopefully I can start getting at least the bare essentials of equipment back up and running. I'm on my phone right now. I could even do stuff with the phone. I don't need all that crazy camera stuff that I had, although it's nice to have. So we're going to try and get everything back up and running and get going to some content. But please do forgive me if it is a little bit before I can really focus on this channel. We've got a lot of stuff, obviously, that we're focusing on in our life right now. The last thing I did want to say is, the support online through social media and everything has been amazing. The forums and groups that I've shared photos of the devastation in, everyone has been super supportive, and it's just been amazing, this filmmaking community and all that. And a few companies that I've purchased gear from in the past have been just unbelievable, and have sent me some stuff to help me get up on my feet. So Sackler sent me a tripod to get up and running and get going, and most recently Aputure sent me some lighting, because you guys know I've been a long time Aputure fan, and not only that, I'm consider myself to be friends with the guys over there at Aputure, and they hooked me up with some lighting to replace what was lost, and I have no words for that kind of stuff. It's been absolutely amazing. But we are being taken care of. We are on the road to rebuilding, and everything's going well. So I don't want you guys to worry. But just wanted to keep you updated and let you know exactly what's going on. And I hope you guys have a happy holidays, happy New Year. I hope you stay safe. I hope nobody has to deal with the type of thing that we've had to deal with over this past week and a half-ish. And yeah, I just the support of everybody out there in the filmmaking YouTube community, just amazing.